That no matter what happens in this economy, David said, I've been young, but now I'm old. I want to tell you, I've never seen the righteous forsaken or his seed begging bread, because God always has a way to look out for his people. But not only will he supply all of my needs, but he told me, if while I'm seeking him, if I enjoy it, delight thyself in the Lord, oh, he'll give you the desires of your heart. Touch somebody and tell them, learn how to prioritize. Learn how to put God first. If you put him first, he'll see to it that you will not put last. Oh, whatever you need. That no.
Good morning. Good morning. Get on in here. Get on in here. We got a quick one, too. That was the late Bishop G.E. Patterson. He used to be the presiding bishop of the Church of God in Christ, one of the greatest men to ever grace the stage and be a pastor, a great pastor. I love me some Bishop G.E. Patterson. Oh, my Lord. The world misses him. We miss his voice. We miss everything that he brought to the world. Y'all, we got to talk about something really, really fast before I get out of here and head to the J-O and the B. Let's talk about Texas. Today, we need to be out here getting ready to vote. Today is actually voting day in the state of Texas. We have so many things on the ballot. I want to go, excuse me, I want to go through those things really fast. So let's just do some little quick disclaimers. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Good morning, Alicia. Good morning, Miss Rachel Holston. Thanks for joining. Fair use disclaimer. Some material in this video is used under U.S. Copyright Fair Use Section 107 for purposes such as commentary, criticism, news reporting, and education. Today, we'll be doing a little bit of commentary, some news reporting, and some education. We don't have time for the drama today. Today is very important. You need to get out to the poll, and you need to vote. Please go on vote.org, I believe is what it is. Look up and make sure that you are still registered to vote, and then find out where your precinct is. Go to the polls and vote. This is not about no drama, no YouTube mess. This is about some serious stuff that affects our everyday lives and will affect your children, your grandchildren. I want to go through a sample ballot of what's in my area today. And what I will be voting on and what I've sent to my family and friends. So let's do that really, really fast. And then I'm going to go through what each proposition is. This is a sample ballot. It is quite small, so I hope you can see it. But this is the Texas ballot. This is page 1, page 2, page 3, and this is the final page on the sample ballot. We will be voting on 17 different propositions in the state of Texas, and I want to quickly go to the Texas and let's look at what those propositions are really fast before I get out of here. What time is it? I got a little time. Got a little time. The Texas Tribune. What to know about the 17 statewide propositions on Texans ballot Tuesday. Okay, this article is from September, but these propositions have been out for a while. We're just waiting on Texans to vote on it. Texas voters will get the final say Tuesday on 17 constitutional amendments, usually listed as statewide propositions at the top of the ballot, including billions of dollars in property tax cuts for homeowners and businesses. This is important. If you own property, you know we pay a lot in taxes. I have one property that I pay almost $6,000 a year just in property taxes. So this is very important. Earlier this year, a 2/3 majority of the state legislature passed the joint resolution calling for the constitutional amendment elections along with the state's budget for the next 2 years, which includes $51 billion of property tax cuts. Did y'all hear that? $51 billion in property tax cuts. Please get out here. We need you to vote. We need you to vote. Texas lawmakers have used multi-billion-dollar budget surpluses, the result of inflation and temporary federal stimulus dollars during the COVID-19 pandemic, to pay for tax cuts in recent years. So they've been using other money to pay for tax cuts. I don't care what they've been using. We are taxed to the max in the state of Texas. Proponents of tax cuts and bans include Governor Greg Abbott, have said they will maintain Texas as a competitive, business-friendly state and contribute to the economic growth. We know he be busy telling fibs, but let's move on. But some lawmakers and budget analysts have raised concerns that passing more tax cuts, especially on school district taxes, which the state helps pay for, could be unsustainable. What I don't understand about this, if you live in this state, you see apartments, duplexes going up all the time. So we know people are paying taxes, and what you have on your land, what you have on your property actually constitutes what you pay in taxes. So let's say you have a small little wood frame, 1,000 square foot home that doesn't really have a lot of value to it. You'll be paying less because your taxes are based on the value of your property. But if you have a big 4,000 square foot home that is brick, that has all the amenities, you pay more for your amenities and property taxes, so on and so forth. So you may be paying in excess of $10,000 a year. So why they feel like the tax cuts are going to do anything is beyond me. Anything. Cut the taxes. We have always had to kind of balance giving folks tax relief versus making sure that we still preserve reserve for those public services. You have it, so let's move forward, said Shannon Hallbrook, a fiscal policy director for the Left Learning Every Texan. With lots of tax cuts and tax bans, especially through these upcoming constitutional amendment elections, the state and local governments could face a hard time paying for public services such as education, healthcare, and infrastructure needs in the future. Y'all ain't doing nothing with the infrastructure but building these toll roads that we still have to pay for, and we got holes in the roads that are already there. So we don't want to hear about that bull about infrastructure. I went to Austin recently, and the roads were so rough, I thought my car was going to tear up. So let's not do that. Let me go through and say some pleasantries. Yes, please vote today. Thank you, Alicia. Yes, please go vote. Thank you, Terry. Good morning, Lady Rowan chat. Hey, Lady B, and thanks for joining. Good morning, beautiful people. Yes, good morning, Butterfly. Good morning, good morning. You said good morning, Butterfly in chat. Thanks for joining, everybody. So let's get back to this article because we need to know what those 17 proposals are. We're going to scroll on past that because none of that really matters. To weigh in on the constitutional amendments, Texas voters need to be registered to vote by October the 6th, which I hope and pray you've already done because today is election day. Early voting will run for October the 20th through the 31st. We spoke about that in recent days that early voting was already in effect, so it ended on Friday. And election day is November the 4th, which is today. The deadline for counties to receive applications to vote by mail is October the 24th. That is passed. If you were going to get your ballot by mail, you should have already had it and already, mailed it back off. For more information on voting requirements, read our guide to voting in Texas. We ain't going to do none of that because we're already ready to go vote. We've done all the things, right? And so today we are ready to go to the polls and tap on some buttons. Here's a brief breakdown of constitutional amendments. A majority of the proposed constitutional amendments are measures meant to lower taxes for various Texans, include homeowners, businesses, elderly and disabled homeowners. That is very important. Our elderly and our disabled really need the breaks in homeowner taxes more than anybody. Spouses of veterans, homeowners who had their home destroyed by fire, because most of the time they still have to pay the value of their home, that construction. Property owners and border security infrastructure. And I don't care about nothing about that. When I say I don't care nothing about that border, I don't care nothing about that border. There are people stationed at that border, and they still letting people come through. So I don't care. Those who sell animal feed. Other proposed amendments would prevent the state from imposing additional taxes on personal and business capital gains, security transaction, and those working in securities, inheritances. Two that are most important to me, personal and business capital gains. As you know, in Texas, we do not have a state tax. So this is very important. We need to make sure we are choosing the right thing at the ballot so we don't have personal and business capital gains taxes in this state. Inheritance taxes, to me, that is so important. Make sure that we are choosing the right thing, because if you pass away and you leave things to your children, you want to make sure your children are not having to pay through the nose and they lose those properties because they cannot afford to pay their inheritance tax. The best thing to do is, if you have something you want to leave your children, is to put it in a trust. That way, when you pass on, they will inherit your property. That way they don't have to go through that inheritance tax. Please listen to me when I say that. If you have something you want to leave to your children, please put it in a trust, because inheritance taxes they have to pay at a gift tax rate, and it's very, very high. Other proposals would fund water infrastructure, the Texas State Technical College, research on dementia treatment and prevention. A few proposals would amend the Constitution to limit when a person can be released on bail. Y'all, this is important. They're trying to keep y'all in there. They're not trying to give y'all no bail. So make sure you are voting on the right thing. If you have children that are troubled and they do things, make sure you're voting the right thing. I'm telling you what them people down there in rural Texas going to do. They're going to vote to keep you in jail without bail. That means you have really lost your right to being, innocent until proven guilty. So we need to make sure it's right. Enshrine parental rights. This is another one that's important. Clarifying citizenship requirements for Texas voters. This is another one that is important. Overhaul the State Commission on Judicial Conduct. That also is important. But I'm going to tell you them first three. We need to knock them out the park. Read more below about what each proposition would look like on the ballot and what it would mean for Texas. Please, this is on the texastribune.org. If you know, this is one of those newspapers that is also funded and through donations. It is a very good site. It gives us a lot of information on Texas. Please go to texastribune.org and you will find this article under, what does it say? What to know about 17 statewide propositions on Texas ballot on Tuesday. So you will know what you're going to vote for before you go. This is how I feel about it. Proposition 1 is Texas State Technical College funding. This ballot actually means the amendment will create an endowment for Texas State Technical College program. Right now, the Texas State college program really does not have any funding. So if I were you or me, whatever, I probably would vote for this. The constitutional amendment providing for the creation of permanent technical institution, infrastructure fund, and available workforce education fund to support the capital needs of educational programs offered by the Texas State Technical College system. This is important because a lot of people do not want to go to college. A lot of young people feel like there's no reason to go to college. So that is very, very important, okay? Next in line, the capital gains tax ban. The constitutional amendment prohibits the imposing of tax on realized or unrealized capital gains of an individual, family, estate, or trust. What it means: this will ban the state from taxing people or businesses on profit or potential profits from capital assets such as investments, real estate, valuable items, and certain personal property. It would also eliminate a franchise tax on business trust, which would lead to state to lose an estimate $152,000 in revenue per fiscal year. We don't care. Vote no. We don't want a capital gains tax. We don't want it. I think we're voting on this. Let me make sure. Proponents of the capital gains tax ban says it doubles down on the state's income tax ban, which was approved by voters in 2019. State lawmakers suggest in an analyst they don't want to repeat what happened in Washington State, where officials were enacted a capital gains tax despite also prohibiting a state income tax. And during legislative discussion, State Rep Giovanni, whatever his last name is, a Republican from Southlake who sponsored the proposal, said the franchise tax on business trust could be construed as capital gains tax, undermining Texas economic competitiveness. So with this one, I would think we want to ban this. We want to keep the capital gains tax banned. So let's make sure that we keep the capital tax ban going. Bail reform. This is important, you people. The ballot language. The constitutional amendment requires the denial of bail under certain circumstances to persons accused of certain offenses punishable as a felony. This proposition would require judges to deny bail in certain cases for individuals accused of committing specific felonies such as murder, aggravated assault, and indecency with a child. The state would have to demonstrate the bail is not enough to prevent the defendant from being a flight to public safety risk. Defendants who are legally presumed innocent would also be entitled to the right to an attorney during their bail hearings. The proposal is a part of a broad legislative package the Texas Republican leaders have said is needed to reduce violent crimes committed by people out on bond and to curb the ability to activist judges to seek weak bail. Civil rights groups said keeping more people behind bars would add to overcrowding jails without actually improving public safety, while also pointing to the U.S. Supreme Court ruling that says liberty is the norm and detention prior to trial or without trial is the carefully limited exception. Under the Texas Constitution, most defendants have right to be released on bail except for certain cases, such as those charged with capital murder and accused of certain repeated offenses. So this proposition, the constitutional amendment to dedicate a portion of the revenue derived from state sales and use taxes to the Texas Water Fund and to provide for the allocation and use of that revenue. What that means, Texas water supply is facing numerous threats. This is another one, I'm sorry, water infrastructure funding. So did they give us they did give us the ballot language. So this proposition would require judges to deny bail in certain cases. Did we read over that? Yes. So do we really want to vote for that? You make up your mind on what you want to do. We're going to scroll on down. Water infrastructure funding, which is number 3. No, number 4. The ballot language, the Constitution amendments to dedicate a portion of revenue derived from the state sales and use taxes to the Texas Water Fund and to provide for allocation and use of that revenue. What this means, Texas water supply is facing numerous threats. Girl, y'all ain't gonna fix that water. Y'all are not gonna fix we know that. We've been playing with this for years. We have been playing with, go down there to Galveston where it is absolutely disgusting. I tell anybody, my cousin even asked me on Friday, taking a cruise out of Galveston, the water's so dirty. I said, right, it's because they failed to clean up the Gulf, but you can go out of Miami, you can go out of LA, and you're going to be in clear water really soon. But in Texas, it's going to take you a minute to get to clear water, like a long time, a long time, because they out there drilling, they're not going to clean that water. We ain't going to play with this one. But go through, you guys. Read every proposition. Read every single one. Make sure you make an intelligent decision. Make sure you make an intelligent decision today, okay? Please go vote. I cannot stress that enough. Please go vote. Please go vote. Let me go say some more pleasantries before we get up out of here because, baby, this girl right here has got 1 minute before she needs to be off of here. She said, good morning, everybody. Good morning, Michelle. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Butterfly speaking. Yes, ma'am. Me and my husband voted on Friday morning. Girl, that's a good thing. I was late. I normally vote early, but I did not vote early this year. And that's driving me crazy. It's driving me crazy because that means I got to go vote today. And also know what your jobs do. A lot of employees let you off early to go vote. They will. Especially if you don't live within a certain amount radius of your home. But most jobs let you off at least an hour early to go vote. And they pay you for that. Good morning, Symmetry. Good morning, Pretty Riri Speaks. Thanks for joining. Good morning, Dee Dee Hill. Yes, please go vote today. Please go vote. This is the word for the day. Please go vote. Today is election day. Go vote. Go vote. This ain't about no drama. This ain't about no YouTube beef. This ain't about nothing, y'all. Today, please go vote. I just want to give you the smell of the day. This is the smell of the day, y'all. I love this stuff. As you can see, I'm working on the very last. This is an instinct. They don't even make this anymore. This is Estee Lauder's Oasis Dawn. This is my favorite smell, but this is the smell of today, y'all. If you ever smell this, it smells like brown sugar fig from Bath and Body Works. I don't know if you can see. Let me get rid of this background so y'all can see what I'm throwing down. Let's do that. All right, there we go. Oasis Done. This is the smell of the day, y'all. When I tell you I love this stuff, I gotta find this. I got it over here because I need to find this today because I'm running low. This is my honey smell of the day. This is what he left her smelling like. This is the the Maison Francis. Baby, he got more cologne than I have perfume, but this Oasis Done is what I'm supposed to be trying to get online and see if I can find. You guys, I hope you have a great day. I hope you have a great day. Remember, we will never be defeated. We as a people will never be defeated because God is the greatest power. We will never be defeated. Trust me. I'm going to say that one more time. Because God is the greatest power, we will never be defeated. We do have local elections in our area, but please, do you mean we do not? Is that what you're saying, Michelle? If you don't, then don't worry about it. We do over here. And I believe most states around this country do have an election today. I don't know of any state that is not having an election today of some sort. Okay, Michelle, wear that canvas today. I don't particularly wear the canvas perfumes, and I have several, but Chad, they don't last. And I was talking about that the other day. I like a perfume that lasts. This right here, when I layer it, is going to, trust me, you're going to smell me all day. This right here, this Oasis Done by Estee Lauder, it was worth every dollar I spent for it. Every single one of the dollars. And when I walk in a place, people are like, oh my God, you smell good. I got another one. Next time I do a live, in fact, I think I'm gonna start doing my smells of the day so you can see what I'm wearing. Yes, I love that smell. I love a smell of the day. Okay, Michelle said, Butterfly, she want to hear from you today. We don't want no drama though. No drama, no drama, no drama. Okay, she said you meant that you don't. Okay. Yes, Butterfly's gonna be doing her morning. I'm sorry, she's gonna be doing her morning table talks. So you guys, make sure you go vote, go vote, go vote, go vote, go vote. This is the most important thing of the day. Nothing else matters if you don't make your voice known, because we're gonna have a world if we don't. You guys, I love you. And if no one told you today they love you, I love you. And there ain't a thing you can do about it. Wait a minute. Yes, indeed, I'm a Dior and Valentino girl, but wearing Coach Love, and it's everything for me, baby. That Valentino, I just bought a bottle from Dillard's like maybe a month ago, and it came with two. It came with a big bottle and a small bottle, and I gave the small bottle to my daughter, baby, and she was like, Mama, it smells so good. I rarely wear it, but I may wear it this week and use it as a smell of the day. I love doing the morning, little morning dish, but as you know, on Tuesdays, I go to the office. So, Chad, I'm up and ready to go. As soon as I get off this live, I'm going to grab my laptop and my bag, and we're going to run on out the door. Vote like your life depends on it, because it does. It definitely does, Michelle. We are voting for the future of our children and our children's children. So make sure you go vote today. We love you more. Thank you, Butterfly. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Canvas Beauty Zodiac perfumes last. Okay, that's a good thing to know, because I like a smell that lasts. I like to be able to be like, oh my God, I still smell good. I will tell you this. Yesterday, I wore $1 Billion Baby, and I layered it with Chloe, and I smelled it all day. I smelled it. If I could smell it. I love to be able to tap on my arm and be able to smell it. You said I wore it to bed last. Ooh, pretty girl Riri, was you smelling good in the bed last night? You got to tell us more about that, girl. Yes. Facts. Yes, vote like your life depends on it. Have a great day. Y'all take care. See you later. Bye-bye.